Karen, you had a comment?
I think we're at a crossroads as to the adaptive reuse of Oakdale. I think is what is upon us to address, whether it be a RV park that attracts events such as these big rallies and such like that, or is it going to be more heritage tourism that promote just kind of vintage tourist courts and people that may not be in RVs, people who would love to stay in a cabin, people who like to pitch a tent, Shady Dale in Bisbee, I think that's Arizona or someplace, is they have a 2-year waiting list for their old tourist court. They have some existing Airstreams that are permanent, vintage things that have been there, and there's literally, you have to stand in line to get in there, and that's another approach that would be equally as good. The decision is it going to be a modern day RV, or is it going to be more heritage tourism? I see what we're looking at.
Can you, I'm not sure I understand that. What do you mean by like heritage as far as the RV? Are you talking about the RV spots or the?
Well, that people would come to stay in the old cabins and just, you know, it's kind of the Ozzie and Harriet, you know, I Love Lucy era. You know, to go to an old vintage, you know, retro looking lodging facility is really popular.
Well, how would you, like with this plan, how would you accomplish that? What do you mean by?
Well, I would keep the white cabins there and deck them out in period and furnishings and stuff like that, get them ready to rent. I mean, but that's just how I would approach it. And I would approach, in some places, especially in the old part, getting some permanent old time, get some classic RVs that are permanently there. Get them outfitted where people can stay in an old. He wants to haul an Airstream when you can come down here and bring your family and stay in one for a weekend and swim in an old time pool. You know, I mean, things like that are really getting popular with the young, especially young families and such like that. It's quite affordable and it's really cool to the new generation. So that answers your question.